Hello everyone, this is Abhijit Gupta and good morning India. So first of all, I want to thank Lokesh Sheda sir for arranging this event. So let's dive in. We have very less time, an hour to complete all the videos and everything. So let's start. I have two monitors, so I will be looking here while talking here. Okay. So first of all, the question is you can write your answers in the chat box. I will read that questions for you and you can answer that in the chat box. Okay. So my first question is highest paying STEM occupation in the United States in 2020. You can write your answers in the chat box. Aditya, data science, machine learning, engineering. Okay. Come on, सब लोग अभी तक बिस्तर में ही है क्या? Data analyst, computer engineer, computer science engineer. Yeah. Computer science, data science, software. Okay, I will move forward. And which STEM occupation with the most employed persons in the United States in 2021? 2020. Computer science major. Okay, so I will be going with the answers of computer science. You all guys are correct. Computer science and information system managers are the highest paying STEM occupation here in United States. And with the most employed person, it's software developers again, which is a field in computer science. So in today's topic timeline, we will be covering as many topics from starting to the ending of the MS, which will be this versus that process of the masters, timeline for masters, profile building, and job market, work-life balance, and pandemic time. So the part one, which will be this versus that. MTech versus masters. So many of you have submitted the Google Forms in which you have asked me like we should do MTech or masters. So the answer is एमटेक हमेशा 2 साल का होता है. You cannot change it to half a year. Okay, but masters, it really depends on you, like how fast you want to cover it, how well organized you are with your schedule and everything, and it really depends on you, like what kind of subjects you are taking to complete your masters. So it's kind of you can fabricate your own masters in your own way. So of course like masters education has a kind of advantage over this. Plus the MTech coursework, so coursework is a like bit kind of tough because you have to study a lot in MTech, because it's a course structure which is totally coursework based. But where else in masters the coursework will be mostly project based. You will be given projects, you will be given assignments, you have to do the assignments and submit the assignments, and you will you will get your grades according on your assignments and every submissions you do. The next topic is MBA versus masters. So the thing is, MBA versus masters. MBA is not a STEM degree. Stands for science, technology, management, engineering, and whereas master is a STEM degree. In a STEM degree, you will get a visa for 3 years. After your masters, you can do your job for 3 years. But if you will choose MBA, you can just work for an year. Then you have to move back to your another country, move back to your home country, or you have to get an H1B visa, which is pretty tough in case you are doing MBA here. The cost of an MBA here in USA, it's very high. It can easily go to 1 or 2 CR. Plus the MBA requires your experience of 4 to 7 years here in USA. So most of the good colleges here in USA requires you 4 to 7 years of experience, rather than they will not give you admission. But whereas in masters, you can directly get graduation, then you can directly come for your master's degree. Next is computer science versus other fields. Computer science has many option and choice. It's a very broad field. So अपना मास्टर्स कंप्लीट होने के बाद, when you are done with your masters, you have a different variety of options to go. Because once you are done with your masters and you apply for CPT and OPT, you have to justify that you have studied something here in USA and then you're working on that field. Okay, so in case you take data science, okay, just in case you are taking data science, once you have taken data science, the only field in which you can study is you can do your job is data science. You cannot change it to your computer science or front end engineer, back end engineer. You cannot change it. But if you will take computer science, you can shift to any field of your choice. So computer science has this advantage that you can take computer science and you can go to any field you want. Okay, and computer science is the best paid field here in USA. Like the engineers are very well paid here in USA. Our next topic is job experience versus no job experience. यहाँ पे यूएस के कॉलेजेस में आफ्टर योर ग्रेजुएशन, द थिंग इज व्हेन यू विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग, द कंपनी विल से लाइक तुम्हारे पास 1 या 2 साल का एक्सपीरियंस होना चाहिए, which is kind of mandatory, but it's not mandatory. It's tough to get a job without job experience, but if you will have a 1 year or a 2 year of job experience, that will help you a lot in getting a job here in USA. On an average, after masters, an Indian student feel around 3,000 applications, job applications. Okay, and out of 300 job applications, you will get turned back from around 10 to 12 companies. You will get acceptance around 10 to 12 companies, which variety from is H1B sponsor to non H1B sponsor, and you have to really carefully choose that company at that time. So I will say like when you are coming for masters, at least have a year or 2 year of experience before coming here in USA. So do you have any question this far? I can take. Okay, I will wait for 1 minute more. I want to know in detail about the work experience if I want to do DS in my major. No, it doesn't depend like you have a work experience in, you just need to have an industrial experience back in India. That's it. Any of the company which is related to IT field, it will work for it. Yeah, the computer science will work. Uh, again, you need to have any IT experience that will work here in USA. That's great. So I will move forward. Uh, Sanskruti, I will come to that question. So the process of masters. There are mainly four steps. The first one is the university selection. Second one is managing your finance. Third one is application process, and the fourth one is visa application. I will take you through each and every steps. The university selection is the most and the foremost important step. Uh, the basically university selection depends on the five main factor, which is cost, course, location, visa approval rate, and university ranking. Whenever you are choosing in university, you should always look first at visa approval rate, because once you select the university and once you apply it and once you get your I-20 and every other things, you cannot take back your money from the college. Like, I don't want to take admission to this college because of less low visa approval rate. Okay, so you should always first see visa approval rate. Then the other factor comes into play, which depends on your priority. Like किसी की प्रायोरिटी रहती है कि भाई मेरे को कॉस्ट देख के करना है, किसी की प्रायोरिटी रहती है कि मेरे को लोकेशन देख के जाना है. If it's Bay Area, I will prefer that college, or if it's New York, I will prefer that college. So it really depends on the person who is choosing his course and everything else. But the main factor is visa approval rate. You should always first look at the visa approval rate of that college. If you are not sure about visa approval rate because it's not openly displayed in the web, you should always considering going to LinkedIn and shooting a message to the students who are studying right now in there. Okay, finance your studies. The main factor is when you come from India to USA, here the conversion rate is 75 rupees almost for a dollar. So the finance will matter a lot. You should very carefully manage your finance. While managing your finance, you should first see the cost of your masters, the total course. Like, if you are taking 10 subjects, like a master consists of 10 subject in most of the colleges. So for per credit, one subject consists of 3 credit. For each credit, how many dollars they are taking it from you. So you should calculate accordingly, like how much it will cost you. The second is, will the scholarship will provide to you. Does the college provide you the scholarship? It really depends on when you are submitting your application. Okay, and how soon you are confirming that you are coming to the college. As soon as you confirm to the college that I am coming and I want to apply to this scholarship, they will immediately process start your scholarship process. Okay, the cost of living depends really depends on where are you going. The in Here in USA, it's a huge landmass, and the cost of living depends very much. Like in Bay Area to New York, the Central America is comparatively cheaper as compared to Bay Areas and the New York side. The second, fourth thing is on campus job. यहाँ पे आने से पहले, go to LinkedIn, go to Facebook groups of that college, and considering message to the seniors कि वहाँ उस कॉलेज में पार्ट टाइम जॉब्स ऑन कैंपस जॉब कैसे हैं, how hard it is to get on campus job. Okay, consider that and how much you can earn from that on campus job. And the fifth most thing is return on investment. When you are paying around 50 lakh, 70 lakh, okay, for 2 years of masters, you should always consider after your masters how much will you earn back. Okay, so it is called return on investments. Once you are done with your masters, you have to repay your education loan which you have taken back in India, if you are taking them. Application components. So the application process, it's a huge process. Okay, so it take almost a year to 18 months to complete whole MS application process. And the main part of application process is statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, GRE, TOEFL, GMAT, whatever you are giving. Okay, this three things are the most important things which takes lot of time. बट अपने कॉलेज में ट्रांसक्रिप्ट्स लेने में भी बहुत टाइम लगता है. फॉर मी इट वाज लाइक अराउंड 2 मंथ टू गेट ट्रांसक्रिप्ट्स. सो एज सून एज यू आर डन विथ योर अंडर ग्रेजुएशन इज अप्लाई फॉर ट्रांसक्रिप्ट्स. ओके, अपना सीवी और स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस जब भी बनाते हो तो दोनों को बैलेंस करके चलना. You are saying one thing in CV and another thing in statement of purpose, which will not balance out, then the chances will be that you will get reject from that college. Okay, so when you are making statement of purpose, give at least 2 months for statement of purpose, because I think I have given almost 2.5 months, and I have taken a lot of help from my fellow classmates and the people who are good in English. Okay, so considering giving them your statement of purpose, asking them like, how do you feel after reading this? Because every other element of the application component is in one side and statement of purpose is on another side. A statement of purpose consider the most value weightage in your profile. Whatever you write in a statement of purpose, that will definitely decide you are getting admit from that college or you are not getting admit from that college. I will move forward. Applying for a student F1 visa. I can take one whole session of student F1 visa, and not just 1 hour session. I can take for all at almost 2 or 3 hours. Okay. Getting a F1 visa is a matter of a minute or less than 30 seconds. The when visa officer will ask you questions, you have to be very concise, very precise answer. You should not mistaken or you should not look confused. Your face expression should be very confident. I know from inside when I was giving my visa interview, I was shivering because I have put almost 2.5 years in preparing for MS and doing everything. And that last moment, if he will give me a reject, then my whole preparation has gone into has gone waste. So when you are applying for F1 visa, be prepared for it. Apply early as compared to everyone. जब सब लोग अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उससे पहले ही अपना एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करके अपना I-20 अपने हाथ में ले लो और वीज़ा अपॉइंटमेंट स्लॉट बुक कर दो. बिकॉज जैसे ही कॉन्सुलेट, मुंबई कॉन्सुलेट, दिल्ली कॉन्सुलेट में भीड़ बढ़ेगी तो वहाँ पे उनका वीज़ा रिजेक्शन रेट बढ़ेगा, क्योंकि उनके पास हर कैंडिडेट को रिव्यू करने के लिए उतना टाइम नहीं रहता है. ठीक है, इफ यू आर नॉट लुकिंग कॉन्फिडेंट, if they feel like something is wrong with this guy, then they will immediately reject your application. They will not think twice that should I reconsider this or should I not. And they are very well trained to know ki how confident you are, how your documents are arranged. You should not tamper with any document. Try to give every original document at that time. Try to make a well organized folder while you are going for your visa interview. I have taken almost 5 days. I stayed in Mumbai for almost 5 days, and I got a feel like how will be the consulate, how will be Mumbai, how is the atmosphere. I try to adjust there for 5 days straight. So I will take questions now. Do you have any questions? You can shoot in the chat box. Kunal Agrawal, I will be joining University of Dayton for the fall semester and would like to know regarding on-campus jobs and housing facilities here. So Kunal, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ डेटन में तुमको ऑन कैंपस जॉब्स इजीली मिल जाएंगे। और हाउसिंग फैसिलिटी की बात करें तो यहाँ पे मेनली ऑन कैंपस में ज़्यादा लोग नहीं रहता है। इट्स अ वेरी बिग कैंपस, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द लोग ऑफ कैंपस रहते हैं। देयर आर मेनली टू कैंपसेस विच आर विलमिंगटन एंड फॉरवर्ड। यहाँ पे दो लोग रहते हैं। यू कैन मैसेज मी, आई विल कैन गाइड यू फॉर Having 1 year of experience in India, is it possible to get a job in USA alongside pursuing my masters? So, 1 year experience in India, but if you are doing masters here in USA and you are doing job, that's illegal. So you cannot do that. Try to focus on your master. While doing masters, try to get research assistantship, teaching assistantship that will help you a lot in your profile building, and it will be a very good source of income too. Masters with a part-time job is also illegal. Uh, what kind of part-time job are you talking about, Karishma? Is it on-campus part-time job or is it off-campus part-time job? If it's on-campus part-time job, then it's legal. But if you are doing off-campus part-time job, then it's illegal. And if you are caught doing off-campus jobs, then they will just deport you. Should we prefer highly reputed college with very high fees or moderate college with moderate fees? Does university reputation matters? That's a very good question, Neeraj. uh, College ranking in US is a myth. Okay, top 20 colleges, is it? That's okay. If you're getting admission in the top 20 colleges, then you should definitely go in that colleges, whatever the fees is, whatever the thing is. Because once you enter in the college, once you step inside the college, you will get scholarship, you will get payments, you will join, you the companies will sponsor you. But if you are not in the top 20 colleges, Harvard, MIT, Yale, then every other college is same. You should for in my opinion, rather than going to a very high fees college, don't go in high fees college. Rather invest in yourself. Try to take different certifications with that money you are saving from a very high fees college, because with that certification you can prove to the employer, because at the end of the end of your masters, your main motto is to get a job. Okay, the college name and the how much you fees you paid in the college, that will not matter at the end of the masters. The thing matter is how much qualified you are for that job, and that qualification will be shown with your certifications. Okay. So try to go to a moderate college, and from that moderate college, try to get as many as certification you can. Try to get as many experiences with from that college. Okay. How do we cover expenses while pursuing masters if it's illegal to have a job? So part-time job, on campus part-time job, let me tell you, there are two kinds of job, which one is off campus and one is on campus. On campus job means you are working in dining services, you are working in library. In library you are working as a hello desk assistant, or you are stacking the books, or you are working in residential complex as a guest check-in attendant. That's on campus job, which is overlooked by university, and that is limited to 20 hours per week. So you cannot work more than 20 hours per week if you are working on campus job. In case you are working off campus, that is completely illegal, like in Subway, like in Domino's, if you are working there, and any other places you are working, that is off campus job, and that is very illegal, and it should not be practiced at all. Is it okay to give GRE now and use the same score 2 3 years later for application? I will prefer try to give GRE at that time, not 2 3 years later, because I don't remember, but the GRE scores have a limited validity. Okay. Yeah, of course. Research work is more valued than any one profile. Like if you are a research assistant, if you are a graduate research assistant, if you are a teaching assistant, then it will help you a lot for your job, because it is not easy to get a graduate research assistant or teaching assistant, because from a class of 60 people, you are the only one who is getting at that job. So the employer would know like how much you value to that professor, because he has choose you to teach whole class. Okay. Can we do internship off campus instead of off campus job uh, while working here? So the thing is, in the first starting 9 months or 2 semester, okay, you cannot do any internships or any off campus job. But once you are done with 9 months and 2 semesters, you can do off campus job which is related to your field. Like mine is computer science. I will be this summer, I will be done with my 2 semesters, so after summer I can do off campus in my computer science field. Okay. So that is perfectly valid to do internship or off campus job, but once you are done with your 2 semester or 9 months of education. Is WES evaluation necessary for universities? If not, how do we calculate the GPA? It's a very difficult process to calculate a GPA. Every different GPA services which convert your 10 CGPA to 4 GPA use different method to convert your CGPA into GPA. So I think I have also done WES, but it's not necessary to do WES at all. Okay. I personally feel it's waste of money if you are just applying to one or two colleges of that kind. Okay. Who needs the WES evaluation? But if you are very confident that you want to go in that college only and you will get an admit from that college, then only you will do WES evaluation. What is good CGPA to have for masters? So the good CGPA depends. Your CGPA should be more than 7. I will say. Okay, more than 7 CGPA is more than good, but the extracurricular activities while you are in college matters the most. Uh, in my case, when I was in second year, I started startup. gear to care. Maximum of the second year students would know, like I was involved in a startup. Maybe the second year students will know, because at that time when you were in second year, now you are in final year. Okay, so you know, like I was involved in a startup in my final year of my engineering. I was a president, so that helped me a lot for MS here. While I was writing my SOP, I have a lot to write about that. What is good CPA? More than 7 is a good CGPA. How much can we expect the return on investment? uh, it really depends on you, how you are performing here in USA. So the starting salary can be around $60,000 to $1,20,000, $1,30,000. Okay, so it really depends on you how you perform in these 2 years, how much you do extracurricular activities rather than you are just passing exams and scoring good. Okay, so it depends on what you do while you are here, how much skill sets you develop. Okay, and how your interview goes, because the thing is, सिर्फ पढ़ाई से कुछ नहीं होता है, ठीक है? अभी मेरा 4 CGP है, but if I am not networking, if I am not connecting with people, if I am not good with communication, if I am not helpful, I am not visible to anyone, then it's very hard to get a good job. I have seen people with 4 GPA and they are not getting job. Okay, but whereas a person who is getting 3.5 GPA and he is getting a job in like a month or 2 month, just because of his communication skills and LinkedIn network. The thing is, LinkedIn is the most important tool here in USA. Okay, so try to maximize your LinkedIn network. Okay, and the thing about loan is, once you come here, it depends on what kind of college you are going, how much fees you are paying, how much living cost you are, how much you are spending here. That really depends on that, like how much at the end, at how much your education loan is. It depends on that. I think we are done with questions here. Does anyone have more questions? Should we use consultation form? Dia, I will prefer no, because consultation firms are like, are on different level. Okay, so try to get a job from your own ability and from your own skill sets. Yeah, I will share at the end of the seminar, Kunal. Industrial internship, what kind of internship are you talking about? KC wali consultation firm. Yeah, any IT firm, that is good. Swati. So I will move forward because I have to complete the presentation too. Research internship versus industrial experience. Anything in which you are getting more skill set, you are getting more skills, that is good. Even if it's unpaid, that is good, because once you develop your skill set and once you are good at that, you can charge people. Okay, for your services. So I will move forward from here. Part 3 is master's timeline. So there are three admission cycles, which is fall, spring, and summer. Fall goes from August to December, spring January to May, summer June to August. Okay, these slides are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so I will try not to explain that. If you want, I can share you the slides. Okay, the one more thing is when you are coming for masters in USA, try to come in fall semester. Okay, because when you come in fall semester, you will get two internships. You will get a chance to have two internships, but if you will come in spring, you will have just one. In fall semester, once you do your internship, there's maximum chances that internship will convert into a job if you will perform well there. Okay, and most of the people perform well in internship, I know that. So try to come in fall. My initial plan was to come in fall, but due to corona, I have change in plans. Then I shifted to spring semester. Profile building. So, profile building, how to build a good profile. The good profile consists of many areas, which are extracurricular activities, uh, your academic background, like how you did in your 12th class, how you did in your engineering, how you did your in your engineering in a specific subjects, how well you did that. Okay, like अपने electronics engineering में कंप्यूटर साइंस सब्जेक्ट होता है, सी सब्जेक्ट होता है जो अपने को फर्स्ट ईयर में अपन पढ़ते हैं. ओके, हाउ वेल यू डिड इन दैट सब्जेक्ट, दैट आल्सो मैटर्स, एंड दैट subject you can write in your statement of purpose that you did well in that subject, and you want, that's why you are a able student to come for USA and get admission into that college, that course, computer science course. Okay, transition from different branches. It's a very good question, that transition from different branches. I came from electronics, and maximum of us here from electronics background, or EC or EDT. Okay, so the best thing is अपन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पढ़ के आए हैं, ठीक है, अपन हार्डवेयर पढ़ चुके हैं, एंड अपन सॉफ्टवेयर पे शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं, देन इट्स द बेस्ट थिंग इज टू से कि सर मैंने सॉफ्टवेयर पढ़ने के लिए आ रहा हूँ, बट मैं हार्डवेयर पढ़ चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी. सो ट्राई टू टर्न एवरी सिचुएशन इनटू योर एडवांटेजेस. ओके, इवन वो एक डिसएडवांटेज है, वो जो सामने वाला देख रहा है, बट एज एडवांटेज तुमको बताना पड़ेगा कि मैं ये सिचुएशन को इस वे से मोल्ड करके बताऊंगा कि वो सामने वाले को एक एडवांटेजेस सिचुएशन लगे कि सर मैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बैकग्राउंड से आ रहा हूँ, मैं कंप्यूटर साइंस वाले से ज़्यादा एबल इसलिए हूँ बिकॉज मेरे को वो कंप्यूटर का हार्डवेयर पता है, वो कितना गर्म होएगा मेरे को पता है प्रोसेस से. ओके, कितना टाइम लगेगा उसको रन होने में, कितना रन टाइम है उसका, ये सब चीज़ मेरे को ज़्यादा अच्छे से पता है. ओके, 8085 मैंने पढ़ा हुआ ऑलरेडी. ठीक है, सो इट्स अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट कि तुम यहाँ पे वो चीज़ बताओ, और तुम अपने सामने से बताओ कि मैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बैकग्राउंड से हूँ. ओके, सो दैट विल शो देम योर इंटरेस्ट एंड योर मोटिवेशन टू स्टडी कंप्यूटर साइंस. Low CGPA. The only thing you can justify your low CGPA is by doing extracurricular activities. Okay, so if you are having a low CGPA, try to improve it if you are in second year, third year. But if you are in final year, try to get as many as certification as you can. अगर तब भी लो जीपीए है, ठीक है, तो 1 या 2 साल का जॉब एक्सपीरियंस ले लो. तो it will help you a lot in improving your profile, because once you have a 1 or 2 year of job experience, कोई मुड़ के देखेगा नहीं कि तुम्हारी इंजीनियरिंग में कितने परसेंटेज थे, तुम्हारा कितना सीजीपीए था. नो वन विल आस्क. अभी 10th का रिजल्ट कोई पूछता है क्या, सिवाय डेट ऑफ बर्थ के? कोई नहीं पूछता. ठीक है, सो इट विल नॉट मैटर once you have a 1 year or 2 year job experience. I was from a category of low CGPA. Okay, top college admission. I already told you college ranking is a myth. Choose college which has जो कॉलेज का कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर तुमको सबसे बेस्ट सूट करता है. चूज दैट कॉलेज. जो सब्जेक्ट तुमको पढ़ना है वो कॉलेज वो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रहा है क्या. अगर वो कॉलेज वो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रहा है, अगर वहाँ के टीचर्स अच्छे हैं, तो चूज दैट सब्जेक्ट. बिकॉज कॉलेज रैंकिंग इज नॉट द अल्टीमेट गोल. यहाँ पे कैसा होता है कि कंसिडर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ डेटिंग. ओके, इट्स 100 प्लस रैंक in US यूनिवर्सिटी और एवरी अदर लिस्टिंग. बट कैसा है कि जो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ डेटन का जो इंजीनियरिंग स्पेसिफिक इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट है, दैट इज टॉप 10 इन द यूएसए. ओके, विच हैज बिग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स फ्रॉम यूएस एयरफोर्स. अभी रिसेंटली आई थिंक 9 और 10 बिलियन डॉलर्स का हम लोग को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला है यूएस एयरफोर्स से. ओके, सो दैट मैटर्स अ लॉट कि तुम कॉलेज चूज कर रहे हो तो सिर्फ कॉलेज रैंकिंग के बेसिस पे चूज मत करो. ट्राई टू गो विथ द फंड्स. कितना पैसे लग रहे हैं तुमको मास्टर्स में, वहाँ का लोकेशन कैसा है, वहाँ पर पार्ट टाइम जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज कैसी है तुमको मिल रही है. ओके, सेकंड इज द लोकेशन की वो लोकेशन किस एरिया पे है. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा हार्श वेदर में जाओगे और तुमको सूट नहीं हो रहा है तो दैट विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम. ओके, सो ट्राई टू फोकस ऑन दैट कि तुमको कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर मिल रहा है, तुम्हारा जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स है वो पूरी हो रही है, रेदर देन गोइंग टू फॉर टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज की मेरे को येल, हार्वर्ड, MIT इसी में जाना है. ओके, एट द एंड ऑफ द योर कॉलेज द थिंग इज यू नीड टू गेट अ जॉब. ओके, सो बी प्रैक्टिकल एट दैट टाइम. द थिंग इज यहाँ पे कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स नहीं होते हैं, सो यू हैव टू सर्च फॉर योर ओन जॉब. सो इट मैटर्स अ लॉट. यहाँ पे करियर फेयर होता है रेदर देन करियर जॉब प्लेसमेंट का. करियर फेयर में ऐसा होता है कि सारे कंपनीज वाले अपने बूथ लगाते हैं एंड दे टेल अबाउट देयर कंपनी. Okay, they try to sell their company to you, and you should try to sell yourself to them so that they will remember you. Like, ये बंदा आया था, इस बंदे के साथ मैंने इंटरेक्ट किया हूँ. ओके, सो यू शुड रिसर्च बिफोर गोइंग टू कैरियर फेयर. एंड यहाँ पे कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स होते नहीं है, इसके कारण अपना जॉब एप्लीकेशन सब चीज़ करने में एट द end of your masters you have to save some time for the job applications too, because यहाँ पे career placements नहीं होता है. Okay, so I will take now questions. How to make transition from core branches to CS? It's very easy, Aryan. When you have when you are when you have done masters in your undergraduate and core branches, then you can easily shift to CS because you have an IT experience. Okay, so that's not a problem at all. तुम कॉलेज को जस्टिफाई कर सकते हो कि मैंने आईटी फील्ड में काम किया है, सो आई नो वेरी वेल हाउ दिस वर्क्स. मयूरी, द थिंग इज getting a job here in USA is directly proportional to how much skill set you have developed. Okay, so even if you are not masters, अपने लिए वो केस नहीं है, बिकॉज अपन इंडिया से यूएस में आ रहे हैं, बट जब तक अपन लोग पढ़ेंगे नहीं तब तक यहाँ पे अपन को यहाँ पे 3 साल का वर्क वीज़ा नहीं मिलने वाला है, CPT अपन को नहीं मिलने वाला है. बट जो यूएस सिटीजन्स है या फिर अगर कोई कॉमन सिटीजन्स बोलोगे, तो अगर तुम्हारे पास मास्टर्स डिग्री नहीं है, अगर तुम्हारे पास अंडरग्रेड नहीं है, बट इफ यू आर हैविंग स्किल सेट, देन यू विल गेट अ जॉब, डेफिनेटली गेट अ जॉब. ओके, एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस? ओके, आई विल मूव फॉरवर्ड. Fifth part is job market, work life balance, and pandemic time. Job market balance, right now it's bad here in USA too. Like अभी यूएस मार्केट रिकवर हो रहा है धीरे धीरे, बट इट्स स्टिल बैड. मतलब लोगों को ले ऑफ मिला है आने से पहले, मेरे आने से पहले 2021 में आया था, उससे पहले लोगों को ले ऑफ मिल रहा था कंपनी को उससे. बट अभी जॉब मार्केट सुधरना वापस चालू हुआ है. ओके. वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस यहाँ का, वर्क कल्चर इज वेरी गुड. Like you will go to office at 9 and come back at 4 or 5. Okay, so it really depends on the task you have been assigned. Once you are done with the task, you can just go back to your home. Okay. And the work culture here is right. Some of the company work culture is like pretty good. Like Google, वो अपने वर्क कल्चर के लिए ही जाना जाता है. ठीक है. सो वहाँ पे अपने पास फ्री टाइम रहता है कि अपन वहाँ पे अपना काम कर सके, साइड प्रोजेक्ट अपना वहाँ पे अपन चला सके. ठीक है. एंड द थर्ड इज पैंडमिक टाइम. पैंडमिक टाइम यहाँ के लिए, आई थिंक यहाँ के लिए अभी ख़त्म हो चुका है पैंडमिक टाइम. यूएस अभी मास्क फ्री है. सून यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ डीटन और बाकी अदर कॉलेजेस विदाउट मास्क पूरा कॉलेज चालू कर देंगे. अभी तक ऑनलाइन क्लासेस चल रही थी, ऑफलाइन क्लासेस चल रही थी, तो सबको दूर दूर बैठा रहे थे और मास्क मैंडेटरी था. बट अभी का जो सिनेरियो आ रहा है, फॉल से जब क्लासेस चालू होंगी अगस्त से, तो विदाउट मास्क है एवरीवेयर, विदाउट मास्क है यू कैन गो. वंस यू आर वैक्सीनेटेड यू आर फ्री टू गो एवरीवेयर. ओके. So I will take a question and answer. If you have any questions, you can shoot it to me right now. How to prepare for SOP? सो SOP प्रिपेयर करने के लिए आई वुड से कि शिक्षा.com उस पे जाओ. ओके. डोंट पे दैट. ठीक है. शिक्षा.com में जाओ और वहाँ पे तुम SOP प्रिपेयर करो, वहाँ पे ड्राफ्ट करो और वहाँ पे सेंड करो. ओके. सो दे विल सेंड यू विद एडिटेड SOP कि ये चेंजेस कर लो अपने SOP में. ओके. एंड दैट्स फॉर फ्री. आई एम सेइंग जितनी भी चीज़ मैं बताऊंगा यहाँ पे वो सब फ्री है. डोंट पे फॉर एनीथिंग. ओके. आई विल से कि वर्क इन स्टार्टअप, बिकॉज अगर अपन स्टार्टअप में काम करते हैं, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन योर टर्मिनोलॉजी. तुम एक बहुत बड़ी मशीनरी में एक बहुत छोटा सा पार्ट हो. ठीक है. और एक बहुत छोटी मशीन में एक बहुत बड़ा सा पार्ट हो. ज़्यादा क्या मैटर करेगा तुम्हारे लिए? हम्म. एक बहुत छोटी मशीनरी में एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट होना वो ज़्यादा मैटर करता है. सेम वही काम स्टार्टअप करता है. वंस यू ज्वाइन स्टार्टअप, तुम वहाँ पे एक छोटी सी कंपनी में एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट रहोगे स्टार्टअप का. सो इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट टू ग्रो. ठीक है. इट विल टीच यू अ लॉट, बिकॉज वहाँ पे कंपनी छोटी रहती है. तो कंपनी छोटी रहने के कारण वहाँ पे अपन को सीखने का ज़्यादा चांसेस मिलता है. अपन को एक स्पेसिफिक वर्क पे लिमिटेड नहीं रहता है एज कम्पेयर टू TCS और एनी अदर बिग नेम्स. ठीक है. एक्सेंचर, बिकॉज वहाँ पे कंपनी इतनी बड़ी है तो यू हैव टू डू सम स्पेसिफिक वर्क एंड दैट्स इन रेपिटेशन. ओके. नीरज, मैं बता चुका हूँ कि SOP प्रिपेयर करने के लिए शिक्षा.com में चले जाओ. वहाँ पे SOP के बहुत अच्छे मटेरियल्स मिलते हैं और वहाँ पे वो फ्री में एडिटिंग करके देते हैं. डोंट पे देयर. ओके. सो how much cost? So the cost is $35,000 if I'm not wrong. $35,000 यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ डेटन का कॉस्ट ऑफ एडमिशन था. तो मैंने कुछ पार्ट मैंने एजुकेशन लोन लिया, कुछ पार्ट सेविंग्स थी मेरे पेरेंट्स की. सो आई हैव यूज दैट बिफोर कमिंग हियर. So I have used that. Before coming here. So I have used that. 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 So I It's very tough. You have to join some company back in India जिसकी branches यहाँ पे US पे हो, और वो तुमको ट्रांजिट करने के लिए रेडी हो कि तुम यूएस जा सकते हो आफ्टर परस्यूइंग योर बी, कि तुम यूएस जा सकते हो पढ़ने की जॉब करने के लिए. सो इट्स वेरी टफ. बहुत कम लोगों को वो चांस मिलता है, बट मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि नहीं मिलता है. देयर इज एवरीवेयर देयर इज अपॉर्चुनिटी. What study material you prefer for exams like GRE and TOEFL? GRE के लिए आई विल से कि मगूश. GRE के लिए don't join to any consultancy. Okay, try Magoosh. Magoosh is the best material. And the other thing is, after completing Magoosh, try to solve five lab, GRE 5 lab. There's one book. Okay, I can send you the book link in the description below. Okay, there's one book called 5 lab for GRE. I've not completed that, but I have made it through the most, and it's very good book. If you will do that book, you will definitely score very good marks. स्कॉलरशिप के लिए, मेश्राम, स्कॉलरशिप के लिए मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि तुम अपना एप्लीकेशन टाइम पे कंप्लीट करो. इन यूएसए तुमको स्कॉलरशिप इसके ऊपर मिलती है कि तुम कितने जल्दी अपना एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करते हो, और कितना जल्दी तुम अपना स्कॉलरशिप का एप्लीकेशन चालू करते हो और सबमिट करते हो. यहाँ पे रैंक वाइज या फिर स्टूडेंट की स्कोर वाइज स्कॉलरशिप नहीं मिलती है एज कम्पेयर टू दैट इंडिया. इंडिया में स्कोर वाइज मिलती है, बट यहाँ पे वैसे नहीं मिलती. जो जितने जल्दी सबमिट करेगा उसको सबसे पहले स्कॉलरशिप मिलेगी. एंड इट्स अ लिमिटेड फंड, सबके लिए नहीं रहता है वो स्कॉलरशिप. Is it difficult to get work visa after masters if we have no work experience after BE? No, it doesn't. That is not the case. After after your masters, if you will join a company, that company will sponsor your H1B visa, and you will have in total 6 chances. Okay, till 3 years you can work without any H1B visa. So you have a lot of time to get a very good job experience here in USA. Till then you can work here. Okay, so it does not depend. I know the education system is quite application based and test your knowledge rather than retaining ability. So in order to experience the same, I wish to know which course or program to take in computer science to get better taste of its system prior to the actual one. So US education system, I will say, go try to self learn as much as you can. Okay, self learning is very important here in USA, because अगर तुमको खुद से पढ़ना आ गया सब चीज़, ठीक है, बिकॉज प्रोफेसर विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट. मतलब दे विल गिव यू द रिसोर्सेज, गिव यू एवरीथिंग. बट एट द एंड अगर तुम अगर वो सब्जेक्ट सीख जाते हो, अगर तुमको वो सब्जेक्ट आता है, तो यू विल डेफिनेटली पास दैट सब्जेक्ट इवन इफ यू कैन नॉट सबमिट द फुल असाइनमेंट. लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग. जब जब अपन को प्रोफेसर एक असाइनमेंट देता है, ठीक है, अगर वो असाइनमेंट को अपन सॉल्व करना चालू करते हैं, एंड इफ वी स्टक एट सम पॉइंट, एंड इफ यू विल डिस्कस इट विद प्रोफेसर कि सर मैं इस पॉइंट पे मैं फंस गया हूँ, ठीक है, इसके आगे मैं नहीं निकल पा रहा हूँ, व्हाट शुड आई डू. द प्रोफेसर विल सेंड द रिसोर्सेज, बेटा ये देख लो तुम, ये चीज़ों से और तुम आइडिया ले लो, ठीक है. इवन इफ यू कैन नॉट डू दैट, ओके, एंड टाइम लिमिट रहता है, तो उस टाइम लिमिट पे सबमिट कर दो. That professor will definitely 101% will pass you. Okay, there's no point that he will not pass you. in case in case अगर तुम अपने फ्रेंड का असाइनमेंट लेते हो, ठीक है, जो कि अपन अंडर ग्रेजुएट में करते हुए है अभी तक, अगर इन केस अगर तुम अपने फ्रेंड का असाइनमेंट लेते हो और उसको सबमिट करते हो, तो यू विल डेफिनेटली फेल द सब्जेक्ट, एंड दैट फेलिंग द सब्जेक्ट will teaching assistant will only do that. Okay, so even professor will not look at your profile or your case. The teaching assistant will directly fail you. So never do that copy as assignment. Try to do as much as you can from your own. Sanskruti Rajankar. What is the decent GRE score? Anything which is above 300 or 301 is a decent GRE score. Is there any eligibility criteria to get a scholarship? No, there is no eligibility as a specific. It depends. It really depends on the college to college, and you have to look up the college which you are going, what kind of scholarship they are providing. Most of them that college provide scholarship on based on essays you write. I will say after, as soon as you get admit, apply for scholarship. Like in January or February, if you are coming in fall, January, February is the perfect time to apply for scholarships. Ananya. This is the 5 Lab Manhattan Prep. This is very good book for GRE. Yeah, Sanskriti. I will share the slides too. So we are like 8 minutes above the time. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. This is my LinkedIn and my phone number and my email address. Try to use my email address to ask any questions, because there will be I will reply you the fastest. Okay, so try to use Gmail ID to shoot me mail. And those who want the slides, you can mail it to me. Like, I want the slides, I can mail it to you. Okay, using abhijitmukeshgupta@gmail.com. Welcome.
Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to Mr. Abhijit Gupta for the guidance and enlightening us with his knowledge. Today's webinar was full of knowledge and interesting things. It gave deep insights into the topic and also revealed some interesting facts. I'm pretty sure that the precious knowledge you shared will definitely help us. I would also like to thank EN, EC, and EDD department and our career counseling cell faculties, Professor Lokesh Sheda, Professor Jitendra Zalki, and Professor Ankita Harkare ma'am, and all the students present here. Thank you, Abhijit sir.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. I will stop the meeting and have a good day. If you have any questions, please reach out to me my mail. Okay. Thank you.